Hi guys, Swanky Markets with the outlook for Tuesday the 8th of June. Very slow day today. There were some moves this morning, but a very slow day. The type of day where if you're not experienced and have not yet learned discipline, you would more than likely place a trade for the sake of it, for something to do, something to watch. Maybe it worked out, maybe it didn't. But one thing, if it did work out, your entry could have been better if you placed a trade like that. Um, it was a very slow day. This morning there were some nice moves, and then after America opened there was a few, but after that not a lot. Price in a lot of pairs is at new lows and highs. Traders all over the world are just sitting back and waiting to see what happens. So must you. Be extra careful tomorrow. Do not rush. Analyze your trade, your stops, your lot size, etc. before you enter a trade. We have some news also this week. It is light compared to the past few weeks. The only major news tomorrow is the CAD housing starts. Bernanke is speaking twice this week. Once is, I think, just after midnight GMT tonight. And then the big news of the pound this week on Thursday, we have the Bank of England rate and statement on Thursday. And there's also other news, so get your calendars out, but it's a lot of news is happening at the end of the week. Right, so this is the euro dollar on the daily. As you can see, price opened, gapped last night, came up, filled it, and now back down. Bollinger Bands are wide open. Stocks are down, MACD is down, and things like that. If we look on the 4 hour, remember we were waiting for that wedge, and we got that Friday and bounced off the weekly pivot, good to short, and now off she goes. There's not actually a lot I can point out on this. On a lot of pairs, there's a lot of pairs I'm leaving. We just got to see. This is it on the 1 hour. This is today, and it's just moving down. So I mean, all I can say, if you're not in this on the 4 hour, is back up to 120. 2000 area, look at that, or you could, depending where price closes. Remember our rules on the MPB method, you might want to try that, but this is not a lot of movement at all today if you look at today's candle. Pound dollar, bit weary about this pair tomorrow. If we do get back to 145 tomorrow, I would probably short it. We'll watch it tomorrow, and I'll watch in smaller time frames. Just above 145 is 145.34. We have the weekly pivot, so that will be a good logical area should we get back up there. Price broke out of this on Friday. This trend line here broke out on Friday, gapped, came today, came back up, tested it, and spiked up through, wasn't up there long, 33 pips, and came back down. It's now up 61. So if we get back up to 145, 145.34 is the weekly pivot. That area tomorrow, I'd be interested in shorting it. But it's just nowhere. I mean, the Bollinger Bands are shut here. Stocks are going up. We have MACD divergence still, as you can see down here. I'm really holding out for 1300, or else if we get a big pull up and then retracing in that way or something, but I'm not touching it tomorrow. This is it on the 1 hour. You can see it's just wicks everywhere, you just can't trade it. Aussie dollar, we've broken out of this and we've closed below. This is the weekly 200 EMA, or is it the monthly? It's one of them, weekly. Need to move it down slightly. And we're now just 80.70 is the low, 80.69 is the low, so watch that level. A close below that and a retest on the 4 hour will be good. However, if price go back up to 85, I'd be interested also in shorting, but it might only get up to 83.20, which is here. As you can see, this level here, it might only get up to there. So if we don't close below this level tonight and a retest tomorrow down, then watch for price to go back up to 83.20. A break of that, then you're looking at 85. And you can see on the 4 hour the way this pair is playing out. US dollar CAD, leaving that also, that is also in nowhere. I mean, you can't possibly trade this. We close below the 200, back up above the 200, close, then we get this is what is called a morning star pattern with a big engulfing candle. Now it's pinged right off the 365 on the daily, and also off the weekly 55 EMA. So Bollinger Bands are closed, stocks are up. We have MACD divergence as well, a little bit of MACD divergence, not a lot. So just leave it alone. Just don't go near the CAD. Fundamentally and technically, it's just not making any sense. US dollar yen is another one I'm not going near. We're back inside. This is the daily weekly trend line channel that I've showed you before. We're back up inside it again, but I'm not interested in longing it. Stocks are turning down, Bollinger Bands are closing. We're back inside this weekly trend line. Leave it alone. Euro yen. Now we've broken out of this. We had a fake up. I mean, you know my rules. I was only wanting to short this pair, so I wouldn't have longed it anyway. We had a fake up. This is an evening star. Very rarely do you get two fakes. So once it closes back inside here or below, retest today, down she went. So you could have got in up here on this retest, 156 pips now. So where I only want to short, if we don't close below our recent lows of 108.82, it's at 108.85 now. If we don't close below that in the daily, and we get a pullback, 111.40 is the level I would look at, which is just above this line here. Would also be just above a little spike through there. That's the area I would look at, which is here at 111.40. We have some MACD divergence on the daily, as you can see here. This is MACD divergence, and so keep an eye on that as well. This pair is at its lowest level for 9 years, and just be careful on it. But that's what I would look for in the euro yen. Aussie dollar yen, also only interested to short it. We had a nice move today. This is the I think that is the weekly 365. That's the weekly 200. Broken, retested today. The 200 is now below the 365. So this is all looking good for short. If we don't close below our lows here tonight, then we're looking for a pullback to 75.50 stroke 75, which is this area here tomorrow. 70, just above that you got the 200 EMA. So around that area tomorrow, if you don't get a close below here. This pair is given a lot of signs that this pair has got a lot further to drop, and we have Australian unemployment out this week as well. Euro pound on the daily. Today we hit our target. Those who've been watching these videos for a few months will know that since price has been up here, we've been talking about going down in the different ways since it was over here. And today it pipped right off our trend line to the pip and bounced. So what do we want? Well, you either wait for that trend line to break and close below on a 4 hour and retest and down, but then here this is the weekly 200, and just below that, if I scrunch this down, you got this other, your next target is here, just below that is the weekly 365, the beast. So that is what you want on that pair. If it closes near the 82, it's at 82.33, then watch 82.50 level tomorrow to short also that area, or else a break of that trend line, and a retest would be the safer option. That is what I would look for. That the euro CAD, again, it looks like we might, well, we don't know, it's only just below, but we might get a close below 81.2657. If we do that retest, I would wait, if you're not in this already, before a close below 126.17 to get in. We're in this since 32.50 up here. Target is this trend line here lower down. So close below 126.17, retest is where you want to get in, or if you're conservative, or what you can do is if it closes below 126.57 on the 4 hour, then a retest of that and in for a short is what you need to do. The pound yen on the daily, we know we've got this big pennant here, but we've also got a pennant with inside a pennant. Should the daily close outside of this pennant tonight, then on a retest, in you go for a short. First target is down here, but it could move a lot further. And that is the outlook for tomorrow. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow night.